read the title to this video, you probably think I'm about to trash a Amazon buyer, but and I do like to do that. I like to call out and hold accountable the bad buyers, the people that manipulate and abuse the policy, and I would do that in this case, except for that on Amazon, all I really have is the person's name and address, and I'm not about to just give out their name and address when it's not a screen name or an account name or something like that. And so there's no way for you to know or deal with this buyer. And Amazon's so big that you're never going to run into them anyway. So if it were eBay, I would call them out. I would tell you, avoid this buyer, yada, yada, yada. But some person, let's just say, ordered a Harry Potter Funko Pop from me. And it was like the Hermione Granger. I don't know how to say these names, by the way, because I've never watched Harry Potter. You can cancel me now for that, or you can prop me up. I've never gotten into Harry Potter. It's just not my style of movie. I'm not into Lord of the Rings. I'm not into any of that kind of stuff. I'm into sports. I like movies that are based on true events, not Fantasyland movies. Although I do like Star Wars, so I won't leave that one out. Anyways, before Christmas, this person ordered the Hermione Granger. I hope I'm saying that name right. But anyways, he ordered that girl, and this was like around Thanksgiving, and so it was 76 days ago that he ordered that she ordered the product. And then 30 days, so after the return window, I accepted the return anyway because I'm just a nice guy. So it was actually 35 days after they ordered, they tried to return the item, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to fight this because they're outside the return window. And their reason was, I just don't need it anymore. But yeah, 41 more days passed since they opened the return. So not only did they not return it within the return window, but then they took 41 more days to open or to actually send the item back. So 76 days later, I get this item back, almost 3 months. And the thing is busted, right? Like, and I'll show you a picture. It's not really busted to ship, but it is busted because it was a brand new flawless Funko Pop, which people that collect Funkos, they want them to be crisp and clean, like this one. The corners are all nice on it. There's no rips and tears, and they probably want it to be somebody different than Carson Wentz in an Eagles uniform, which isn't very popular right now, but that's another story. So the thing was terrible, right? Nothing major, but I obviously can't sell this as new on Amazon anymore. So instead of being mad, I just figured, you know what, this was a $15 product. I'm going to accept the return because it's a $15 product, and I'm trying to be a nice guy, and I don't want to go back and forth. Well, this buyer has the nerve to message me, when will I get my refund? Well, hell, it took you 76 days to return the item, so maybe you shouldn't even get one. And really, by policy, you shouldn't. But people manipulate this kind of stuff all the time. Because if you're selling on Amazon, this is just part of the game, right? You have to factor in that returns will be a significant amount of your bottom line, that you will lose some money going back. You can't fight buyers on Amazon like you would on eBay. You can't fight them. You can't talk to them the same way. You can't email them in advance. You can't give them partial refunds. But what you can do is what I did, and that's docked them 10% restocking fee, and that was because that it took them so long outside the return window. And I was actually going to add 20% restocking fee, and you can upload pictures and show them the damage, saying that, hey, this is what item they returned to me, and it wasn't in the condition I sent it. But I just said, nah, forget it. Let's just assume that this happens, that there's going to be bad buyers on Amazon, and usually they don't manipulate the return policy. This was not a manipulation in any way. This was just a lazy person that never ever returned the item. And so eventually, and here's what I don't understand. I didn't pay for the return label either. They paid for the return label, which had to have cost almost as much as the, I think it was $12 or $13 Funko Pop. And then they only got a $9 refund because after their 10%, I only refunded them like $9. So this is the thing that you can do on Amazon. It's really nothing you can do. I can't take this buyer down. They probably were an honest buyer that just took forever to return the item. And you can decide whether you want to fight people over $15 or whether you just want to consider it a cost of doing business and move on to the next. And what I'll do is I'll probably try to sell the item on eBay now, a little bit banged up, recoup some of that $9 back, and everyone should be happy. Except for me because I lose out a little bit. But honestly, I didn't lose much because They paid for the item to get there. They paid for the item to come back. They got charged a 10% restocking fee, and now I get to sell the item. Just wanted to put that on your plate and let you know that you know, it's not always about let's cancel this buyer and let's get to the bottom of this and let's figure out who they are so that we can never have them buy from us again. It's really like that's the eBay strategy, but when you're on Amazon, you need to basically consider it a cost of doing business. People will return. Now, the things you can do when the item is a little bit higher in price is if it was damaged on the way, you can file a claim through FedEx or UPS or USPS. I've won claims through all three of those. It's actually a fairly straightforward process. UPS is the hardest to win on because they make you jump through 35 hoops. But at the end of the day, you will, if you do it correctly, you will get your money. And they kind of just make up an arbitrary amount that they want to give you as well. But whatever, you know what I mean? As long as you get something back. So those are the things that you can do to protect yourself. The A to Z claims are good when the package never gets delivered to the buyer, or it shows delivered and the buyer says they don't have it. But other than that, like sometimes this is going to happen. Sometimes people are going to file a return under the reason I don't need it anymore. And sometimes you can just be a good person and accept the return. So returns are part of the game. That's what this video is about. We're not going to continue to bash that buyer, although they were a little bit ridiculous, waiting 76 days to return this item. That's a cost of doing business to me. And I'd rather not get in a fight where they file an A to Z claim, where they leave negative feedback over a $12 item. It's just not worth getting in a fight and jeopardizing that and getting suspended or losing some metric or any of the above over a $12 Funko Pop. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. Hopefully it helps you how to mentally think about returns going forward so that you're not always beating yourself up over them or trying to squeeze the lemon for $12. Now, if this had been like a $1,500 order, maybe I would have fought it, right? Because I'm losing significant money. But on a $15 order, no way. But if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe to the page. Hit that subscribe button in the bottom left corner, or like the video, share the video, comment some of the ridiculous returns that you've had to deal with. But in the meantime, keep on flipping.